What's up, guys? It's Zombie Freak back again. Just giving you a short video. I wanted to talk about The Walking Dead. Basically, I'm talking about the comic book, but with the show, they only got so far in the show, so it's basically going to be about the comic book. If you don't want to know anything, if you've been watching the show and you don't want to know anything that how the characters change or anything, then you should just stop watching now. I'm gonna try to keep it basic so I don't do any spoilers, but a lot of it you can't, so I would stop if you don't want to know anything. But if you don't really care about, the information, it and you haven't read the comic books, then I mean this could be informative for you. So, the new issue of The Walking Dead came out. Um, and it's called A Future Uncertain. So I know it'll be dark if I did it, so I slanted it. Um, so that cover was of Carl, and Carl has changed dramatically. Now I haven't gotten a chance to read this yet, but I know that even by this cover, I know that he's changing. Um, Way back when I actually started reading, I got to the point where actually I'm all the way caught up. This is the only one I haven't read, but you get to this point where Carl like grows up, and if you caught up in the TV show recently, like the beginning of season, no, the mid season premiere was when he kind of grew up, because that was after the governor killed Herschel, and the end of the governor, and Rick got sick from the fight, and Carl basically had to grow up, and they got into an argument. That's when he starts to grow up. But even before that, Carl was changing. Carl ended up in the show. Carol had to dispatch the two sisters. Well, one sister, the sister that killed her sister, and in the book it was two twin brothers, and I know one was Billy. I cannot remember the other kid's name, but Carl finds out and he dispatches that kid in the book. So he starts to think like his father, and he starts to think like a survivor at a young age. So after that, you see him change, and in the book, I mean, he's been changing so much in the book, and for a while there, I thought he was going in a good direction. He wanted to do something good for the community, but he was going to leave his father's community and go to Maggie's community so he can learn welding, and he wanted to get into a trade so that he can feel like he's doing something important in his life, and something to impact everybody else's life. But even like there was some kids that were messing with Sophia, who still is alive in the book. Um, he like whooped their ass. Like I think he potentially killed them kids because of the way they were treating Sophia. Like they're really like messing with her. But like damn, like he's really changing. Like you could see it. He's becoming a total badass. Like Carl is fucking. He's an adult now. You got to see him as an adult. And I think another thing that might impact it though is that he goes and he talks to Negan, and because Negan is locked up and contained by Rick. So I don't like the fact that, I mean, it's good for the story, but I really wish that Carl would have stayed away from Negan, because I'm hoping that Negan doesn't like twist his mind up too much. Because Carl, even though he's thinking like a survivor, I think since he's so young, he can be deterred of what, you know, he can believe in lies, and he can believe in a lot of things. So that's basically what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the changing characters. You can see now, and I actually went back, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and this morning, uh, me and my fiance decided, let's just watch the first episode of The Walking Dead, just to see Rick, when he was all clean and, you know, just finding out what was going on. And, it's so crazy, like, you see the characters change. You see it in the books, but it's so funny, like, visually in the show, you see him change. Like, we're in season 5 now, and, like, Rick is, like, you know, the way he carries himself is different, and, I mean, everything is just, like, he's rugged looking. You can see the wear and tear on all the characters because of what the living conditions that they are in. So, yeah, I just want to bring this up, and just to see what, you know, just to give like a little bit of information on my thoughts, you know, on what Carl might be going into, because I hope he's not in like getting into anything like bad. I hope he's gonna stay good. You know, I want him to like follow his father's footsteps. I don't want him to be. I don't want Negan putting anything in his head or anything. So, yeah, that's it. And in the comments below, you guys can just tell me what you think about the change in Carl, or the change in any character that you see. If, you know, what character do you think changed the most since the beginning of the outbreak? Alright guys, I'll catch you later. And you remember, subscribe and hit the like.